Because Albertsons has rock-bottom prices on every item, every day,
I said straight, Mom.
your family food budget tends to buy just a little more.
Perfect!
Albertsons, it's your store.
This Memorial Weekend, kick off summer with some fun on the run, family style. Double headers all 3 days. And on Monday night, win a home entertainment center with a big screen TV.
Wives who use food to replace sex. Next, Sally. Here's what's coming up on A Current Affair.
He was convicted of murder and sentenced to die.
Let's get that thing.
Now, some cops and lawyers say they have the wrong boy because another killer has confessed.
I have faith in God. I know that I'll get out.
So why is this young man still on death row?
There's misconduct with a capital M.
And A Current Affair exclusive, Deadly Doubts.
That story Thursday on A Current Affair. We'll see you then, everyone. Good night.
Coming up next on Channel 8's Good Evening, a guide to the glide, past and present, plus a bevy of Blazer bloopers. That's next, right here on Channel 8.
If you're planning on painting your home, apartment, barn, or business, here's good news from Fred Meyer. From matte to gloss, from quartz to gallon, it's our biggest paint sale ever. Glidden Spread Exterior House Paint is just $9.88, or save on Glidden Dura Flat for $13.44. Satin or gloss finish for $14.44. And Glidden Spread Satin Interior is on sale for $9.88. Come in today and save on everything you need to do the job right. Now through May 30th, you'll find it at Fred Meyer Home Improvement Center.
We can really get the Toyota we want.
Yes!
And a great deal.
Yes! Today?
Right now, your Toyota dealer's saying yes to everything. A big selection, really big savings, the year's best deals.
Yes, we can.
Your Toyota dealer is putting it all together. Big dealer discounts, option package savings, flexible financing, and immediate delivery on 10,000 new Toyotas.
We got a great deal. We saved about $1,500.
See your Toyota dealers today while they're saying
yes, we can.
Thursday on News 8 at 5, the final truth in Oregon's Democratic Senate race. Hello, I'm Kathy Smith. The results could hinge on Multnomah County's absentee ballots. The hand count begins. We'll be on top of the last-minute numbers. Also, junk mail at Junks U. Have you ever received a magazine you didn't order and then were sent a bill you didn't pay, only to be threatened by a credit agency? Many of us have and don't know what to do. We'll show you a way to fight back. Join us for these stories and more Thursday on News 8 at 5. Wives who use food to replace sex. Next, Sally.
Tonight in a special edition of Good Evening, Blazer Hoopla 2. He's hounded by the press.
As we go further into the playoffs, I'm hoping that he's cut.
He's razzed by his teammates.
Start him, I tell you. Just go straight to your head.
The national spotlight is shining on Clyde Drexler, but is it too bright?
A lot of the good things have come very quickly. So I think right now I'm just too fatigued to respond to everything.
In a brutal battle, Buck Williams delivers a menacing message, and Carl the Mailman Malone sends his best regards.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not a Buck Williams fan, but I'm saying I just like the way he competes.
The Blazers take on the Jazz, and Portland companies don't miss a beat.
This was the extent of my idea, is to change the Clyde shirt from blue to red.
Fashion designer Danny Ames shows you the newest championship T-shirts before they go on sale. Plus, see the Blazers mess up off the court.
I was like, it's coming, it's coming. Look at the camera, I drew a blank.
Tonight, team up with Craig Walker and Teresa Richardson for a special edition of Good Evening, Blazer Hoopla 2.
What a game last night. Blazers 119, Utah 102.
We're up 2-0.
And we play game 3 in Utah on Friday. What a performance by Terry Porter. Absolutely
41
fantastic.
points, a playoff fight. He was playing out of his head. He was playing in the zone.
That's what he calls it. And he and Clyde together, the backcourt of Portland, combined for 77 points in that game last night.
Oh, it was an amazing game. Well, you know, Clyde has received most of the attention through the regular season and the playoffs. And during the last month, he's probably had the most incredible month of his life. He was on the cover of Sports Illustrated. He made the Olympic team. And just 2 days ago, he was #2 in the MVP balloting behind Michael Jordan.
And everybody in the media wants a piece of Clyde. Want to have a few minutes to talk with you. How do you do all of those things and keep from being distracted from the basketball game? That should be your #1 priority. We had a chance to talk to Clyde and see how he does keep it together while he's in the spotlight. It started last fall. The same question over and over again. So, Clyde, how's it feel to be left off the U.S. Olympic team?
The Olympic team, I thought I was slighted. I guess you would say it's a slight.
And then last week, the same question over and over again. So, Clyde, how's it feel to be on the U.S. Olympic team?
That's a tremendous accomplishment, and it's a real honor. I think it's a privilege, and I'm very honored to be a part of it.
Makes you wonder if all this nonstop needling from the press ever takes its toll.
It's taxing. It's taxing on you.
And now that Clyde Drexler is standing at the center of the media spotlight, I'll bet there are times when he wishes someone would flip off the switch.
I think you'll have an initial outburst of questions, but I think it'll die down. And as we go further into the playoffs, I'm hoping that it's cut.
Noticeably, much has happened to keep Clyde's mind off the game. His naming to the Olympic team came right on the heels of his Sports Illustrated cover.
Back to Marley. 4-3 and the win. It is over and the Blazers win the game.
Game 4 of the Phoenix series was the highest-scoring playoff game in NBA history. The next day, a visibly tired Clyde Drexler held a press conference to answer questions. Not about the game, but about making the Olympic team.
I'm excited, I'm relieved, I'm happy, all at the same time, because I've been answering these questions since September. And it hasn't been a picnic, guys, I got to tell you.
Throughout the rest of the week, Clyde remained cordial as always, but it was obvious that he'd rather be talking about the matter at hand.
I think it's been great to be selected to the Olympic team. That's a tremendous accomplishment, and it's a real honor, so I'm very happy about that. But I think the most pressing issue is how well we do in the playoffs, and that's pretty much where all of my concentration is going.
You know, Clyde's the guy that really soaks up a lot of media attention, and I think he's gotten probably a little bit more than he wants right now.
The attention from the media has been relentless, and the fact that Clyde's going to Barcelona hasn't escaped the attention of his Trailblazer teammates.
Well, he's been studying Spanish secretly all year.
They constantly give you a hard time.
There's no question that has been one of his goals and focuses all year is to make that Olympic team, because, you know, he's been hogging the ball from opening day on.
They're being their basic selves.
It's really cranky all of a sudden. Gee, he's always showing up late all the time now. He's never on time.
No, they're always going to give you a hard time.
Start him, I tell you. Just go straight to your head. Just go straight to your head.
Two-man game. Drexler. Down the lane, come to contact, score the basket.
Stardom. Although he admits the Wheaties box people haven't called yet, it's certain Clyde Drexler is being bombarded with requests for commercial endorsements.
I tell you, I've been so busy playing, I really haven't even looked at much of my mail or answered many messages. I've just been busy with the playoffs.
Clyde Drexler doesn't mind being in the spotlight. He probably just wishes it wasn't turned on him now, because before he can think about winning an Olympic gold medal, he needs to concentrate on winning an NBA championship.
It's great. I think a lot of the good things have come very quickly. So I think right now I'm just too fatigued to respond to everything. I think later on this summer everything will hit me after we've won the championship, and then I can reflect back on what really happened.
And Clyde can add another honor to his list of accolades. He's on Bryant Gumbel's A-list.
Oh, what a compliment that is.
Here's what Bryant said on the Today Show yesterday morning on NBC.
Who's going to win? What do you think?
Anybody should win except the Portland Cryblazers. Anybody but the Cryblazers. I mean, really. I mean, Clyde Drexler, Buck Williams, gentlemen. But the rest of that team, a bunch of crybabies.
I love Clyde.
Yeah.
I guess you could call that a backhanded compliment.
How? Oh, for Clyde and Buck.
Yeah, for Clyde and Buck.
Oh, for the rest of the team.
What was he thinking?
Bryant, let us not forget, wrote that ridiculous memo some time ago, whining and crying about the people they work with. Bryant, you're in no position to be throwing stones, pal.
Yeah.
Later on, good evening, the Blazers blunder, and thankfully it's off the court. Then, what the heck is the mailman saying when he goes to the line? The Blazers have their theories.
They say he's threatening the ball or something, right, to go in.
We'll solve the Karl Malone muttering mystery next.
When darkness and light collide, the night becomes fantastic. Presenting the ultimate battle of good and evil on Disneyland's Rivers of America. It's fantasy. It's frightening. Be there when the night ignites. Fantastic. New at Disneyland.
The top 5 reasons for buying a new Mazda MPV. It's too tough to drive a mobile home through those orange colors. It's got an available V6 engine. Previa doesn't. It's made Car and Driver's 10 Best list twice. You can save up to $1,000 with factory-to-dealer incentives. And the #1 reason for buying a Mazda MPV, there are times when you like being able to drive with the family.
At Herzog Meyer, Murray, Moore, Link, Tonkin, DeLong, Vancouver, and Midway Mazda now.
I have to think of something for dinner tonight. Chicken. I'll bet Thriftway has a good price. But what about dessert? Breyer's ice cream in natural cherry vanilla. Cookies and cream. Oh, mint chocolate chip. That's probably on sale, too. You know, I really ought to do my whole week's shopping. When I could find that coupon book. Oh, right in front of me. Well, I can always go first thing in the morning. Or I could go now.
Sun-kissed lemons can make any picture perfect.
Look for fresh sun-kissed lemons at your local Cub Foods.
Go Blazers! We see these signs
They're
all
everywhere.
over town.
The city
Does
is
Portland
so
love
caught
its
up.
team
Oh,
or what?
Nothing like it.
We live and die by the Blazers. I think the best matchup in this particular series has to be between Utah's Karl Malone and Portland's Buck Williams.
It's
They're
a
both
war out there.
big physical power forwards.
We had a chance to get together with Buck and with Karl to find out what each of them thinks about playing against the other.
Basketball is supposed to be a non-contact sport, but don't tell that to Buck Williams or Karl Malone. Buck stands 6'8". Karl is an inch for forwards. Karl is considered the best in the league. A locomotive running into a tank.
He's a great competitor, and he's the kind of player that he go out and make you raise your game to another level. That's why I enjoy playing against him. I'm not going to lie. Anyone that goes out and earns their money night in and night out, don't complain.
The kind of game that I play, I don't approach, the game with Karl Malone any differently than I approach it anyone else that I play. Karl's a good player, and I have to come out and do the same kind of preparation that I do against anyone else. So it's no different regarding anyone else.
Buck and Karl have been battling it out on the boards for 7 years now. They're not the best of friends, but it wouldn't be fair to call them enemies either.
I don't know Buck too well, but I get along with him. I have no, whenever I play against a person or talk to a person, I have no grudges against anybody. I just try to go out and play. And like I said, I like it, but what I also like about it is when that horn blows, he's ready to play. And I like guys like that. I don't like guys that go through the motion. I like guys that earn their money.
As a 5-time NBA All-Star, Karl earns his money too. But as tough as he is on the court, he is a cream puff off it.
I love fish, so these are
Fish, Oscars, Jack Dempsey's, cichlids, catfish, you name it. Those guys right there are unmarked. Don't know what kind they are, really don't. This is my cat. Come here. Come out of here. And what a great name for a cat. His name is Kitty. I'm an animal lover. I love animals, basically. When you get your brains beat in for 82 games in the playoff, you want to get back and relax, and that's part of my relaxation.
Left side of Stockton. Stockton underneath, there's the mailman. He'll score the layup.
And Buck Williams and the Trailblazers will be able to relax when they don't have to face Karl Malone on a basketball court again this year.
The mailman with 28.
Don't be surprised to see Karl Malone at the free throw line several times
Always
this series.
up there.
During the regular season, he shot more free throws than any other NBA player. We're talking 865 of them to be
Every time he
exact.
makes a move, the referee gives him the call and sends him to the stripe. After the All-Star break this year, he started doing something different when he shot free throws. He'd move his lips. He'd say something just before the shot. Of course,
like
everyone...
he's mumbling something.
Yeah, everyone wants to know what he's saying. He's not telling. But good evening, David Gillen thought he'd look into it and see if he could come up with the answer.
The biggest question about the Portland-Utah series isn't who will win, but what is Karl Malone saying at the foul line?
No, I can't tell you. It's top secret.
Ever since the All-Star break, the mailman has been the master of mumble whenever he takes a foul shot.
No, I don't know exactly what he's saying. I don't think anybody else does either.
Knowing Carl, it could be anything.
I think he's begging for help.
He could be praying, or he could be threatening the ball if it doesn't go in. You never know, guys.
So just what is Karl Malone saying? Well, the mailman refuses to reveal his foul-shooting soliloquy, disclosing only that every time he steps to the line, he says something different.
I'm not going to tell you, so don't try to pick me.
Well, here at Good Evening, we like to dig a little deeper.
All right, he said at one point, all right.
Judy Lorenzen is a teacher at the Oregon School for the Deaf in Salem and an expert at lip reading. We asked her to try and decipher whatever message the mailman was delivering to himself.
Let me not miss another one, or I don't want to miss another one, or don't let me miss another one.
But that was the only sentence Judy was able to decode.
He's muttering, so it's hard to get exactly what he's doing.
But we weren't through yet. Unbeknownst to the NBA, we secretly placed a hidden microphone inside the ball itself. Let's see if we can pick up Malone's musings.
Hey, I'm the mailman. I deliver. Buck Williams is a wimp. I wonder if I'd look better without a mustache.
Okay, we were just kidding. We really don't know what Karl Malone is saying at the foul line. But one thing's for sure, it's not Go Blazers.
Whatever Malone is saying, obviously it's working.
I guess he shot 78% from the free throw line this year, and that's the best in his entire 7-year NBA career.
We have some ideas, yeah, but we can't divulge those ideas. Those are secrets.
Next, fashion designer Danny Ainge shows you the newest Blazer t-shirts before they go on sale.
A lot of people sell plants, but no one can match Glenn Walder's Midway Plant Farm for quantity and quality. You have to experience it for yourself to believe the incredible variety and low prices. This week, you'll find assorted annual bedding plants starting at just 69 cents. You'll find additional items on sale in Tuesday's This Week magazine. Head west from Beaverton on Farmington Road to Highway 219, then left 3 miles to Shoals. Midway Plant Farm. Their prices bring you in, their quality brings you back. Open Sunday through Friday, closed Saturday.
Here you are in a nice restaurant.
Sure, here's your check.
And you don't have one.
Take that whenever you're ready.
One of those new U-Bank check cards from U.S. Bank.
Some more water?
That pays for things from your checking account. But because you're trying to use credit less, you're writing a check.
Oh, I'm sorry. We don't take checks.
And to avoid temptation, you left your credit cards at home.
But of course, we do take all major credit cards.
I see. Well, that's good.
Can I get you some more coffee?
Some people have told me they think of me as their human alarm clock.
I've been thinking about you.
They tell me that if they're not eating breakfast by the time we play the morning music quiz, They're going to be late for work. But don't worry, because I set my alarm very early.
Get your mornings moving with Craig Walker on K103 FM.
People say I get melodramatic about the pure, true taste of Breyer's vanilla. Nonsense. A little sugar, a little cream. A little vibrant vanilla bean. It's all those real things that make you feel things.
Breyer's all-natural vanilla ice cream. So real you can taste it.
The way most grocery stores price their goods, they expect you to run to save a penny here, a penny there. But at Fred Meyer, you can shop whatever you want and save on family favorites, like Minute Maid frozen orange juice, proud sponsor of the U.S. Olympic hopeful team, and Banquet frozen fried chicken, boneless chicken, or family-style entrees for a tasty meal when there isn't time to cook. And save with over 10,000 lower prices every day. Fred Meyer, for people who love great food and lower prices.
Travel arrangements for Good Evening are provided by Delta Airlines. From Europe to the Orient, from Mexico to Canada, Delta can fly you worldwide. At Delta, we love to fly, and it shows.
This has to be the absolute #1 Blazer fan here. When you get your favorite player's number and the team logo shaved into your head, what does that tell you? Go
This
Blazers,
guy's a fan.
go Terry Porter. After last night, good pick. Ryan Jochums lives in Tigard. Why did you get that stuff in your hair?
Well, I wanted to cheer on my team, and this is about the best I can do.
No argument. No
Some fans
argument.
will blazoned all over him. Tonight, Annie Price shows us who comes up with all of these ideas for the T-shirts you see worn by fans all over town. Whether caps and bags, headbands, or shirts, retailers are watching for the newest Blazer stuff. Souvenirs from this sensational season. Creative products in the store first. And between the Blazers headed for a championship and Clyde headed for Barcelona, T-shirt makers are hitting us with a full-court press.
Well, my focus is definitely on basketball right now. That's why, you know, these guys have done all the work, and I just came to check out the final product.
And partners Don New and on the wins and losses of a sports team can be a tricky business.
Yeah, we rush around a lot. We try to see windows of opportunity. We try to predict them and be ready for them.
One example is the naming of Clyde Drexler to the U.S. Olympic team. Even before Clyde got the nod, New and Lee had prepared designs for a Drexler Olympic T-shirt. They were printed on Monday and put on sale just yesterday. And Ainge's T-shirt team is already preparing for the day when the Blazers bring home the title.
We have some ideas, yeah, but we can't divulge those ideas. Those are secrets.
Oh, come on.
We can't divulge them. Someone else might steal our ideas. Where's scissors? Rip City.
There is one shirt, however, that is out of the bag, but not on the shelves. If and when the Blazers silence the Jazz, this is the official T-shirt that will be issued. Portland's Fabric Art Company has been commissioned by the NBA to print the Trailblazer Western Conference Champions T-shirts. This is the first time that anyone in Portland has seen the tee. But when the Blazers win, you won't have to wait long to get one.
The second that buzzer rings and we have won, we will be peeling shirts out. And 4 hours after the game is over, we'll have trucks coming to pick the garments up, and we will just continue printing for 2-3 days straight.
All told, there will be 144,000 conference champion T-shirts printed in less than a week. And after that, look for tees that taunt the next opponent in the finals. Yes, our gleeful garments are all but on our backs. All we're waiting for is the Blazers to win.
There'll only be about 20 Western Conference Championship T-shirts printed up before that final game. Those will be in the locker room, set out, one for each player and the people on the staff to help celebrate the win.
Well, you know, somewhere in Utah, another company is printing up Utah Western Conference Championship T-shirts.
Why?
I hate to break it to them, but I don't think they're going to be wearing those.
Get a shine on those shoes. Maybe buff the car out
About
or
the only
something.
thing they could use them for.
Yeah.
Next, it's a rare look at Blazer bloopers and blunders.
3, 2, 1.
The next great coffee won't come from Colombia or Brazil. The next great coffee will come from paradise. Introducing Hawaiian Supreme from Hills Brothers. Hawaiian Supreme, the next great coffee.
If we wanted Malt-O-Meal's Toasty-O's to be more like Cheerios, we'd put it in a box and charge about $1 more. Nah, let's bag that idea. Malt-O-Meal, the savings are in the bag. When kids see Fruit Loop cereal and Malt-O-Meal's Tutti Frutti cereal, they see sweet, colorful little O's. Parents, however, tend to see things differently. Malt-O-Meal, the savings are in the bag.
When you've got a job to do, call on Magnum Power. The power of Dodge Dakota 4x4 Club Cab. Equipped with our new Magnum V8 engine. It'll out-haul, out-tow, just plain out-work any comparable Ford, Chevy, or import compact. Dakota is simply the best all-around pickup in America, bar none. Plus, you can get savings of over $3,400 on select Magnum Club Cabs. Put Magnum Power to work for you.
Now, see a special selection of Magnum trucks at your local Northwest Dodge dealer.
Introducing, from McDonald's, not one thing, but two. The Mushroom and Swiss Grill, scrumptious sauteed mushrooms, fresh onions, and melted Swiss cheese. The Lettuce and Tomato Grill, fresh onions, crisp leafy lettuce, and a thick slice of juicy tomato. Now the best part, just 99 cents each. From McDonald's today, for a limited time.
Half full or half empty. Now at McDonald's, you can get free coffee refills or soft drink refills, so your cup is always full.
When it comes to hitting the high notes, nobody does it better than Matricia Jackson. And whether Matricia is helping put on a church picnic or providing for her own family, she depends on Safeway for great weekly specials and low prices that would make a choir sing. So for help feeding a congregation this size, or a bit smaller,
Welcome back to the special edition of Good Evening called Blazer Hoopla 2. You know, if we had a dime for every Go Blazers sign in town, we would be rich.
Even Union Station. They're everywhere. You're right.
The Blazers are so hot right now. No doubt about it. They are playing so well.
Not necessarily always the case, though, especially when they're off the court. We have had the good fortune to have some of the Blazers co-host our Good Evening show with us. And I think it's safe to say there have been moments with all of them when they were not exactly in the zone.
Oh, Craig Walker, oh, God. Oh, I hope I can do it. It's a big production for me. Come on. You can do it. Come on.
Hold me up. I do this for a living.
I was waiting for it, too. I was like, it's coming, it's coming. Look at the camera, and I drew it blank. Oh, that didn't even... Okay, we're going to get this. I promise we're going to get this. 3, 2, 1. I'm just going to watch. Please do. Just watch. They eat their pizza with prosciutto. Personally, I just like ham. Yeah? We're friends. We're getting closer by the minute.
It'll show up in a column.
By the end of the show, we'll be arm in arm. And all I warn me about this. I'm sorry. Can we get over it? Can we get
go again.
Okay.
It's a Monday night. We're glad to. Mary, me.
That was totally wrong, wasn't it?
I feel like I'm the guest.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. You're doing great.
Oh, yeah, we're great. We're getting ready to do this, but we're just fine. It'll be 5 o'clock. We haven't done a darn thing, but we're just fine. Do you have to do it by yourself sometimes? That's got to be boring. Nobody here like me to liven it up for you.
I thought it went rather well. Ignore me.
You're not there.
That's right. The showcase home is open until the 20th of October.
What?
And 2.
A mistake?
Listen up, because there's some things you should know, and Karen.
We're going to bottle him up. Does it take a lot quicker when Teresa's here? Probably does, doesn't it?
Both Terry and Oliver, so much fun to work with, and Ollie got laughing so hard he couldn't stop. It was really a kick.
I wasn't sure whether I was going to have a job when I get back into town after watching
Your
the two
gig
work
is
together.
safe. They have another thing to do, a fallback thing.
We want to wish the Blazers the best of luck on Friday in Utah.
Let's win one down there.
In the
Let's
meantime,
win 2 down there.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Okay.
We'll be back tomorrow night with more of Good Evening. We'll have a story about another Oregon athlete whom we're expected to hear a lot about in Barcelona this summer.
He guzzled beer, dropped out of school, and was arrested. Now Northwesterner Dan O'Brien is on the fast track to Barcelona and a new world's record.
The possibilities are endless. You know, I don't even know what I could score on a really, really good day. So it's, you know, it's like going where no man has gone before.
In a construction catastrophe, he was buried alive.
My heart was going 100 miles an hour, and then, I realized that, I was in trouble.
See how rescuers dangerously dug him out of this suffocating cave-in. Then, Whoopi Goldberg hides out in a habit. Can she bring comedy to this convent? You'll see as the movie guy reviews the new film, Sister Act.
Thanks for watching our Blazer Hoopla special tonight as the signs all over the city say, Go Blazers!
Blazers!
Good to have you with us.
Good night, everybody.
So long.